Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're reacting to some more of my queen, my goddess, my end-all, be-all, the one, the only Miss Kelly Clarkson, and some more of her Kellyoke segments. Yeah, and we've got three songs that I'm just really excited to dive into. The first one we're diving into, I actually saw about 15-ish seconds of it already. Um, those of you who've been with the channel long enough know that I'm also a performer, and I was on tour. I was out of town on tour. I'm still technically on tour, but all my other tour stops are local, so I don't have to. I can just drive there. But I was out of town for about 2.5 weeks, a few weeks back, and one of the days when we just finished a show and we drove to our next city. We checked into the hotel, and it was still middle of the afternoon when we checked in the hotel. Finally got into the room, turned on the TV, and Kelly Clarkson show was on. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I've actually ever watched the Kelly Clarkson show live while it was on TV, because I'm always working and I always just catch things after the fact and I react to karaoke segments and this, that, and the other. I was like, okay, and it had just started and she was singing this, and I was like, I love this song, but also no, I can't listen to it right now because I gotta react to it. So like there was a good 10-15 seconds where I was debating, should I just not react to this one and just enjoy it right now? Or should I just change the channel and just come back to it later? So I opted for the latter. I just changed the channel and I looked later when this video got posted. I'm like, okay, I'll add it to my reaction playlist and I'll dive into it. So now we're finally diving into it so I can see what other great things she did for the song. The 10-15 seconds, I don't remember what happened during the song, but I know she sounded great because she's Kelly Clarkson's show. It sounds great. So now we're just going to dive in and just take in the full experience. So she's performing Put Your Records On by Corrine Bailey Ray. I love the song, so just dive on in. I love where this is sitting in her voice right now. I like the stark lip on her too. Come on, band. Sing. I love where the lower parts of the song, this lower quieter parts, sat in her voice. It sat in such a pretty, almost jazzy feeling kind of place in her voice, and it probably has something to do with some of the ways that she's pronouncing them, the words. So somewhere, somehow, like kind of over exaggerating, or leaning a little bit heavier into some of the diphthongs on some of these vowels. Just gave this one like jazzy element, and the song itself kind of has a little bit of especially with the instrumentation the band was doing, it has a little bit of a jazzy-ish feel, or it can. It has this carefree vibe to it, so you can really take it almost to a lot of different genres, but it was leading a little bit more into like a jazz band kind of vibe here, and I was really digging it. So yeah, I love where it sat in her voice for those lower, quieter parts, and obviously her belts are gorgeous. She's one of the best belters in the game at this point. Definitely one of this generation's best belters. yeah, just fantastic. Fun, nice, beautiful rendition. Speaking of records, I've seen a number of my friends on the social media sharing their posts that they finally got the vinyl of Kelly's When Christmas Comes Around. I got mine too, and I'm very, very excited about it. Added that to my collection as well. So now that means I've got my Wrapped in Red, I've got my When Christmas Comes Around, and I've got my Meaning of Life vinyls. Honestly, the only vinyls that I own at this point are Kelly Clarkson vinyls. I'd like to branch out to others, but vinyls are so damn expensive, y'all. They are so damn expensive these days. So you have to really strike something in me for me to break down and buy your vinyls. I have to go back through the rest of her catalog and get vinyls for the rest of the other things, but the rest of her albums. But yes, if you haven't got your records on, make sure you go to your nearest store, hop on Amazon or whatever, and go get your records on. Okay, just a little plug for the Kelly Clarkson album. But yes, next we're gonna dive into Umbrella by Rihanna, and I'm excited to see just what variation of the song we're gonna get with this. Is she going to keep it more in tune with the Rihanna version, more upbeat, poppy? Is she gonna do a Kelly Clarkson show rendition where they kind of strip it back, kind of like they did with Dancing Queen and Waiting for Tonight and a couple other of those bigger upbeat songs, similar to like what Mandy Moore did when she covered Umbrella? I love Mandy Moore's cover of Umbrella. If you've never heard it before, go listen to it, from years and years and years and years ago. But it's gorgeous. It was just like to a stripped down acoustic guitar and just so beautiful. So if Kelly did a version like that, I would absolutely love it. Whatever version Kelly chooses to do is going to be amazing, but I'm curious to see which route they're going to take us down. So we're just going to dive in and find out. Okay, we're being more upbeat. Come on, dress. Come on, earrings. Okay. Woo! Hey! Come on, guitar! I want to hear one thing again. Ooh, that I can't do whatever that little run she did there. One more time. That was nice. That was a nice little run there. It's slick. I keep telling people, y'all sleep on Kelly Clarkson when it comes to some of these vocal gymnastics she does, because she's not a super like in-your-face riffer and runner. She usually does these slick little things that just run past you, and like if you're not really listening out for them, sometimes you can miss them. But she's so slick sometimes. But yeah, this was a really good cover. Not my favorite vocal performance from her, because the song itself, aside from like going into the bridge or coming out of the bridge, I'll be all you need and money, like all that stuff, it doesn't really showcase vocals a whole lot, because the chorus is so kind of like staccato, one note. It doesn't really give you a whole lot of room to like kick in the vibrato. Like there's not time. It's a very when the sunshine is shining together, told you I'll be here forever. Like you're not lingering on any note long enough for the vibrato to kick in. And one of Kelly's just magical parts of her voice is her vibrato. She's got a magically delicious vibrato. So like if you don't have a song that, it's similar thing with me. Like not that I have Kelly Clarkson's magically delicious vibrato, no, but I know that one of the strong points of my voice is my vibrato. So if I'm singing songs that don't let me utilize that aspect, then for me the song just doesn't feel like a song that's for me. Like not that it's a bad song or not that I sound bad on it, but it just doesn't do anything to really showcase the highlights of my voice. And one of the highlights of Kelly's just natural tone is her vibrato. So a song like this that doesn't really give her the chance to let the vibrato kick in, it's just kind of like, okay, this is fun, this is cool, it's nice. And again, she didn't sound bad in any way, shape, or form. It's just, it's not really a song that lets you showcase your vocals a whole lot, except for again, that sort of bridge part, maybe a little bit during some of the verses. Had she done a slowed down version, a la like the Mandy Moore version, then that would have given her, and I kind of wish she did. But I get it. You know, sometimes we don't want to take every upbeat song and make it into a ballad. I get sometimes we want to just keep it in tune with the original and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes we want to lift the spirits. We want to make it fun and blah, blah, blah. We don't want to depress people. I get it. But had she done a slower, more stripped back version, maybe just a piano or maybe just an acoustic guitar, kind of like Mandy Moore did or whatever, but I feel like it would have given a better vocal performance for her. It would have allowed her a lot more flexibility to showcase those parts of her voice that are so strong. So like her belts were intact there during that last little bit there, and like she got to run a little bit during that last chorus, but I felt like she was just kind of stuck in trying to keep up with this melody because you're just boom, 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 boom. The song just moves so fast. So yeah, it was a good cover. Not my favorite vocal from her in the world. I wish she had done a slower down version. Hopefully someday she will, so that we can get those lyrics with that voice doing it the justice that it deserves. But all in all, still really, really good. All right, the last thing we're going to look at is from her most recent Halloween episode when she came out serving me up all the Misty May realness in her costume. I saw those pictures and I was gagged. I'm like, oh my god, she looks so absolutely stunning. This hair, this wardrobe, this makeup, everything. I lived. And she is covering the Monster Mash. It's not the most exciting song in the world, but a la Kelly Clarkson, it's probably going to be fabulous. We might change it up some, just like she's done with all the other Halloween performances she's done on the show. Every Halloween performance she's on the show has been fantastic, so I have no doubt that this is not going to be fantastic. So we're just going to dive in and see what fantasticness she does. Come on, Violet. Come on, CGI, make the background singer smoking. I like this sort of 50s, 60s vibe to the instrumentation. Ooh, ooh, these transitions into her head voice. Ooh. the rawness. Man. Absolutely disgusting and disrespectful how good that was. Oh my God. First of all, the musical arrangement, I love the idea of giving this song this sort of 50s, 60s, I don't know, vintage sock hop dance kind of vibes to it. Like, just that sort of, I love. And then her voice on top of it, like the melodic line she was choosing to, the path she was choosing to go down with her voice is so damn good. And like, she was so playful with it. There were times when she was a little bit more grounded and it was a little bit more chesty. Then she would just drift up into her head voice and just kind of, and then there were times when she was like just savage and raw, like that real savage raw rocker Kelly energy was coming out, and we had like this growl, this distortion coming out at times. I'm like, oh God, it's just so good. And then the energy of the band picked up and it started going into this like rock version, and it just became like this rock concert. So that paired with the costumes, paired with all of the, you know, post effects after, you know, making the people disappear and reappear by smoke, and just like, it's so damn good. Her vocals were so damn good. The musical arrangement was so damn good. Background so damn good. Everything about it, oh God, this is what I needed. I knew, like, even if she had just done a standard version of this song, it would have been fantastic. But I knew, because every time she steps out for Halloween, this woman loves her some Halloween. I can tell. We know she loves Christmas, but like, I can tell she loves her some Halloween, because every time she steps out on this stage for Halloween, she's always dressed to the nines in whatever costume, and she always gives you something, a little something. Like, she might take a Halloween classic sort of song or whatever, but she always gives you a little something on it, and it's just like, oh God, she's so damn good. So damn good. I love it. Oh, man. Okay. So, like always, at the end of these Kellyoke videos, we do a little ranking to see how we ranked what we just saw. So, if I were to rank the performances we saw in this video, in third place, I would put Umbrella. Again, it wasn't bad. It was just, the song isn't one that really showcases her kind of voice. Then I'd put Your Records On in second place, and then Monster Mash in first, because I lived. I'm living right now. Yeah, but you guys can let me know what your ranking is down in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments, and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. And before you guys go, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone supporting me over on Patreon. This channel would not be what it is today without your continued support, and I can't begin to thank you guys enough for all you've done for me. If you'd like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. I'll see you guys in my next video.